RK Bro started the show. Randy Orton says unfortunately despite giving it everything they had, they lost the battle to the Bloodline. But the war isn't over, and Roman Reigns called off the unification match because he knew the Usos were going to lose, so they're going to storm into SmackDown on Friday and demand a unification match. Then Street Profits interrupted them and demanded a title match. Riddle asks if they want the smoke, and they do, and then says RKBRO420 says they just smoked your asses. Then we saw a match between RK Bro vs Street Profits for the Raw Tag Team Championship, and the result of this match was RK Bro won by pinfall with an RKO from Matt Riddle on Montez Ford to retain the WWE Raw Tag Team Championship. Then Judgment Day makes its entrance, and Edge said he formed the Judgment Day because he's no sheep. And what did being a sheep give him? They hold the mirror up to us and we don't like it. But nothing and no one can touch them. Edge says Damian the Punishment and Rhea the Eradicator are now his Saints of Fate. Rhea gets the mic and said she turns her focus to Liv Morgan, promising to give her a reason to cry when she absolutely destroys her. Then came Liv Morgan, and a match started between Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan, and the result of this match was Rhea Ripley wins by submission with the cloverleaf. After the match, Finn Balor and AJ Styles enters, and we saw a match between Damian Priest versus Finn Balor, and the result of this match was Finn Balor wins by disqualification. Post-match, AJ joins the fray but Ripley gets involved and he won't hit her, so Judgment Day turn the tide and take Styles out with their high/low. Then we saw Omos and MVP into the ring, and they were celebrating Omos's victory over Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania Backlash, but Bobby Lashley came and ruined their celebration, and demanded a steel cage match against Omos for next week. Sonya makes her entrance, and Adam Pearce comes out and says she's been found to be abusing her power, and her contract as a WWE official is terminated. But she's still a WWE superstar, and her opponent tonight is Alexa Bliss. Then we saw a match between Alexa Bliss versus Sonya Deville, and the result of this match was Alexa Bliss wins by pinfall with Twisted Bliss. Ezekiel makes his entrance, and Kevin Owens also makes his entrance in a gray wig with his beard sprayed gray. He yells at Ezekiel to cut the crap and Zeke warns him to keep his voice down and his brother wouldn't approve. Owens attacks, Zeke fires up and backs him into the corner with kicks, and Alpha Academy run down and overwhelms him after a brief rally. Kevin Owens hits the stunner. Next we saw a match between Frank Loman versus Veer Mahaan, and the result of this match was Veer Mahaan wins by submission with a cervical clutch. Then we saw a match between Austin Theory versus American Nightmare Cody Rhodes for the WWE United States Championship, and the result of this match was Cody Rhodes wins by disqualification when Seth Rollins attacked Rhodes from behind. But Theory is still US champion. Post-match, Rollins continues the beatdown. He hits multiple stomps on Rhodes. Then we saw a match between Boss and Glow versus Doudrop and Nikki ASH, and the result of this match was Boss and Glow won by pinfall with Rents Due on Nikki ASH. Then we saw a match between Mustafa Ali versus Tommaso Ciampa, and Miz was the special guest referee. The result of this match was Tommaso Ciampa wins by pinfall with an inverted DDT and a fast count from a special guest referee The Miz. In the main event, we saw a match between Asuka versus Bianca Belair, and the result of this match was Bianca Belair wins by disqualification when Becky Lynch attacked on Belair. Post-match, Becky attacks Asuka, 2 leg drop and an elbow drop, following it up with the manhandle slam, and show went off air.